When I was a teenager, all the way up until early 20s, I had this life that looked amazing on the outside and it felt totally empty. If you're of the same experience, this video is for you. We're going to talk about what the problem might be, where you can go with it, and how to create a life that starts feeling meaningful for you. For me, it all began from school. In school, didn't fit in at all. I was not someone that could stay quiet in class. I didn't care about the subjects. I used to just care about the only things that were really in my world. And all I would do in class was ask why, try and make jokes, laugh, and teachers would just tell me to shut up. I realized I didn't fit in. So I began this habit of just shutting myself down, telling myself to stop talking, telling myself to do good, work hard in school, listen, do all these things that I didn't really like. And so I just suppressed myself. I didn't really care about anything apart from video games and girls, really, let's be honest. And so there was nothing bigger to focus on. And I created this identity of just, fit in, people please. And the problem is that works great in school. But then if you're someone that sort of wants to build a better life for yourself, build something bigger, when you feel that knock on the door of there's something inside of you that wants to come out, maybe if you're an artist, you've got something to say, you've got a career to create. If you don't know who you are underneath because in school you've just fit in the whole time or in any other place you fit in, man, that sucks. And if you found this video, I'm happy that you can begin the journey of uncovering that. Because I think it touches on something really important. Before we get onto how you find meaning, I want to talk for a second about why you need meaning. I personally believe that humans don't do great when we're at the top of the hill. When we, like me as a person, I'm the most important in my own life. I think that is a route to feeling just totally miserable. Like, I think you're just serving yourself. And in the end, it just feels very lonely and very empty. I personally, and I can only speak for myself, have always felt happiest or most content when I'm serving something bigger than me. In my world, that's when you can get really spiritual with it and say serving God, serving the universe, serving spirituality. But you can also take it more practically in the sense of being a good friend, being a good mentor, being a good person. How can you create a life that makes the world or your other humans a better place? You know what I mean? It's kind of on that thing. And I think that lies down into when I was a teen and when I was in my early 20s, I didn't have any of that. I didn't have anything that I wanted to kind of serve. I didn't care about my impact in the world. I did deep down, but I didn't care about anything because all I was doing was just free floating, trying shit. And I think that can that path is kind of like what they call growing up and maturing. Like, have you ever met someone that's 50, but it's like they're acting 17? Because they're not taken on anything bigger than themselves. Right, let's take this back to you. So, you're in this place where you feel empty, you're trying stuff that doesn't work. I would say, ask yourself, where is something bigger than yourself that you really care about? Has there been anything that you've ever done where you've been like, oh, I felt good that I did that. I feel really good that I did this thing. I feel good that I helped someone with their car. I feel good that I listened to a friend. I feel good that I did something that I'm good at and I'm passionate about and it helped someone. That's awesome. There's a concept called Ikigai about that, which is if you find something good, you can make money from it and you enjoy it, you found your purpose and something higher to serve. I'm going to use me as an example for this because I learn great from seeing examples. For me, this is an amazing thing as well that it's just hit me in a lightning bolt and I'm not going to cut this. If there's something as well, you can transmute your experiences in life into helping other people. That's dude, that's the dynamite. If you can, for me, I felt very lonely growing up and very unseen. So I make videos about how to make you feel like you can fit in more and be seen by other people. It's bam, transmutation, dude. You feel sick. Anyway, so for you, try and maybe look into where maybe you might have suffered or have a unique experience and how can you help with that? How can your personality traits help with that? That's the biggest thing. For me, I like to make people feel less lonely and make them feel empowered because I like to feel less lonely and feel empowered. And what I realize is this is the hard part, I think. You need then find. So let's say you've done what I've just said in about 2 minutes, even though it took me about 7 years to figure that out. the next part is understanding, and this is really, I think this is where people go wrong. I think this is the sticking point. People can understand what I'm talking about here. I think even the people I talked about earlier that are 60 and that act 17, they know what they really care about. But the hard part is understanding that there is a really big delayed response sometimes with picking something on your values based on just doing it for pure pleasure. Like, the analogy I was thinking about when I was making this video was like, if you're trying to build a fire, if you just chuck loads of dry leaves on a fire, it will go like, and it'll explode and it'll be sick. But it lasts like 3 seconds and then it's over. And you got to throw more leaves and more leaves and more leaves. But if you take the time to harvest or cut down a tree and put a big, thick log on that fire, and you get the fire started, and it takes time and it's effort and it's suffering, that fire will last way longer and it'll run way better. That's kind of what I'm talking about with just like pleasure versus putting something above you. If you pick something bigger than you to serve, I'll be straight up with you. For the first month even, it sucks. It feels, deep down you're doing a good thing, but it sucks. Like, you're boring, you're bored, it's harder. The funny thing is with things like this is like, if you do it for like a month, I would challenge you, like, which is what I will challenge you to do now. If you do this for like a month, you'll notice when you like deviate off the path, you'll start feeling like that emptiness feeling again. The emptiness feeling is actually more of just like I'm going against my values, versus if you have values and you live with them, no matter what happens with you in life, you can feel like you have some sense of like control and adventure. So I'm going to keep this short and finish with this. If I were you and you felt lost and empty, I'd sit down with myself or a friend or ChatGPT or whatever, and I'd ask, what moments in life have I truly felt peaceful? What moments in life have I truly felt content? And be like, this is me. And what's funny is like, you might find that like if you have an entire week or a month, 1 hour of that month might have been the fulfilling time. And what's crazy about that is that might be the most important hour of your entire life. Because I have an example of that. When I was 19 or 20, used to go around doing all these things, climbing, video games, basketball. And then one day, this is always the case, was trying to figure out how to meet more interesting women. And when that happened, some women walked past with yoga mats. And I was like, whoa, cool. Went to a yoga class. And in that yoga class, I realized I was like having the most peaceful, connected, content moment of my life. And it took me about 6 weeks to realize, oh my God, like, this is what I need to be here doing. Stuff like self-help, spirituality, connecting, non-verbal, community, yoga. So I actually ended up quitting everything I did and moved to a yoga retreat center for 6 months. But like, that wasn't part of my life at all before. So if it feels alien, that's okay. I've now taken that to the next level and realized, like, for me, I also love devoting myself to something bigger and working on helping other people. So if you can do all that, that's sick. There's loads of stuff about fear, how to uncover it, how to unblur it. This channel's going to be for that. Subscribe, keep watching on it, comment if you've sort of had the similar experience. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day. And if you're in the UK, I hope you're enjoying the heat wave. I'm sweating my face off. Lots of love.